Welcome back guys to your channel Studying Sprout, and here we are with part 2 of Interior of the Earth. Please don't forget to share and subscribe my channel, and please don't forget to press the bell icon, okay? And so let's get started. We have to start with volcanoes and volcanic landforms. Okay, volcano is a place where gases, ashes or molten rock material, lava escapes to the ground. Okay, about active volcanoes. What are active volcanoes? So an active volcano is a volcano if the materials mentioned are being released or have been released out in the recent past. Okay, so this is what active volcano is, and the example of active volcano is Mount Pinatubo in Philippines in 1999. Okay, is an example. And lava from Mount Kilauea, spelling is Kilauea, okay, pouring into the ocean during the sunset. Okay, now next is dormant volcanoes. Dormant volcanoes are these volcanoes are also called sleeping volcanoes. Okay, please note it down that these volcanoes are also known as sleeping volcanoes because it is presently inactive but could erupt again. For example, the majority of the Cascade volcanoes are believed to be dormant rather than extinct. Okay, now we'll move on to the extinct volcano. So this is an aerial view of Crater Lake in Oregon. Okay, the extinct volcanoes is a volcano that is presently not erupting, but that is unlikely to do so for a very long time in the future. Okay, so now we'll move on to the types of volcanoes. Okay, types of volcanoes, and they are classified on the basis of nature of eruption and landforms developed on the surface. Okay, so first of all, first volcano is a shield volcano. So you can see it in the figure. This is a shield volcano. Okay, now we'll learn the characteristics of shield volcano. Okay, these are the largest of all volcanoes. Shield volcanoes are the largest of all volcanoes. These are Hawaiian Islands are these best examples of shield volcanoes. Here you can see Hawaiian volcanoes are written here. Okay, so next point is basalt lava flow. The basalt lava is flown there. Okay, lava is very fluid. They are not steep. They become explosive when water is held in tow vent, and it develops into cinder cone. Okay, this is called cinder. Okay, now we'll move on to composite volcanoes. This is example of shield volcano. You should remember the characteristics of each and every volcano, type of every volcano, and the example also. Okay, and this diagram also you remember. If possible, you make it the diagram. Okay, now we'll move on to the composite volcano. This I have underlined just for you that shield volcanoes are mostly basalt, very fluid. They are not steep because they are explosive if somehow water gets into the vent, and they are of low explosivity. Okay, and they develop into cinder cone. So you can see the figure here. See, this is shield volcano, and this develops into cinder cone. Okay, so this both is the example of shield volcano. Okay, next we'll move on to composite volcanoes. So these volcanoes are cooler and more viscous lava, erupts cooler and more viscous lavas. Okay, now next is these are explosive eruptions. They give explosive eruptions, and these are pyroclastic material and ashes. They erupt pyroclastic and ashes along with lava. Okay, and layers are formed because they accumulates in the vicinity of the vent openings, leading to formation of layers. Okay, I've underlined each and every main point for you. Please underline it in your book. Okay, you can see the shield composite volcano here. Okay, this is how composite volcano looks like. So there should not be any confusion. Should remember with diagrams. Okay, caldera. Next is caldera. These are the most explosive of the Earth's volcanoes, and when they erupt, they tend to collapse on themselves. Okay, so these are the very important characteristics of every volcano, and you should remember it. Okay, so these collapse depressions are called calderas. Okay, these are the collapse depressions. These are called calderas, and their explosiveness indicates that the magma chamber supplying the lava is not only huge, but it is also closely. Okay, they are closely situated. Now the next is flood basalt provinces. These volcanoes output highly fluid, okay, these are highly fluid lava. Then some parts of the world are covered by thousands of square kilometer of basalt. So this average thickness is more than 50 meter, okay. Then individual flow is 100 square kilometer. The example is Deccan Plateau. You can see Deccan Plateau here, okay. These are the examples of flood basalt provinces, okay. Now we'll move on to mid-ocean ridge volcanoes. These volcanoes occur in the oceanic areas, okay, found in the oceanic surfaces. More than 70,000 kilometer long they are of length, okay. Then frequent volcanic eruptions occur here, and example is mid-Atlantic ridges. So you might be knowing that how what is mid-ocean ridges, how ridges forms and how volcanoes erupt out of it. So let me explain you all. Suppose this is a landform, okay, this is a oceanic landform, and when they move further apart, okay, like this, if they move further apart, the lavas come out of here, okay. So this is mid-oceanic ridge volcano, okay. Now now we'll move on to the volcanic landforms, that is intrusive forms. These are the intrusive forms. The lava that is released during volcanic eruptions on cooling develops into igneous rocks, okay. And there are two types of igneous rocks which gets when developed, that is volcanic rocks, that is cooling at the surface, which cools at the surface are known as volcanic rocks, and which cools in the crust are known as plutonic rocks, okay. So we'll discuss these only. See, so intrusive forms occur inside the crust, and these are the different forms, okay, which occurs inside the crust. And the first is batholith, okay. So batholiths are, you can see the diagram here, that you can see clearly everything. Batholiths here, clearly the batholiths, this is batholith, okay, this is batholith. So quickly we'll move to the characteristics, okay. A large body of magnetic material that cools in the deeper depth of the crust develops in the form of large domes. This develops in the form of large domes, okay. A large part of the magma cools in the deeper crust, okay. It cools in the deeper crust, and they are dome shaped, cover large areas, okay. They come out, and when erosion takes place, they are granite bodies. First of all, they come out when erosion takes place, and these are granite bodies. And batholiths are the cooled portion of magma chambers. This is also the main point, okay. Next is laccoliths. These are large dome shaped intrusive bodies, okay. These are large dome shaped intrusive bodies with a level base. It means they are dome shaped, but they have a level base. This is the base, they have level base with a pipe conducted at its base, like this. If it is like this, then it is called laccolith, okay. See it from diagram. See, you can see here laccoliths. This has got a level base, that's dome shaped, and a pipe is connected through it, okay. So this is laccolith diagram. You can mention the diagram in the exam from below. It resembles the surface volcanic domes of composite volcano, only these are located at deeper depths, okay. It can be regarded as a localized source of lava, okay. Laccoliths can be regarded as localized source of lava. And these are example is Karnataka Plateau. This is the Karnataka Plateau, and this is the example of laccoliths, okay. Karnataka Plateau is example of laccoliths. Now these are exfoliated, and because of that they are also examples of batholiths or laccoliths. You can put in any of them, okay. Now we'll move on to lapoliths. Lapoliths are concave shaped lava formation, and faccoliths are wave type shaped lava formation, okay. So lapoliths are concave shaped. So what does shape concave shape like this? It's a concave shape. This is a concave shape, okay. So you might have seen concave mirrors, concave lens and convex lens. So this is a type of concave lens, okay. This is the main concave. So lapoliths are concave shaped, and faccoliths are wave shaped. This is wave shaped, okay. So this shape is faccolith, and this is laccolith. So next is sill and dikes. So sills are horizontal bodies of the intrusive igneous rocks. Okay, they are a horizontal sheet of lava. In a way, you can say these are horizontal sheet of lava, like this. Okay, and dikes are vertical lava formation. These are vertical lava formation, and these are horizontal. I will show you in a diagram. See, the dike is here vertical. Here it is vertical, and the sill is horizontal here. Okay, so hope this dike and sill is clear to you all, and every formation I have told, that everything is clear. Thank you for watching till the end, and hope you find this video informative and share it among your friends so that they can benefit from this video. Thank you.